Life is short. Here's how to make every second count. Most people waste time without realizing it. Your brain tricks you into thinking you have plenty of it until it's too late. But what if you could hack time itself? This video isn't just about time management. It's about a total mindset shift. Using the latest in brain science, time psychology, and cognitive psychology, I'll show you how to rewire your mental models and design a life that truly matters. Understand time perception and why life speeds up as you age. Use neuroscience-explained hacks to slow down time and boost clarity. Master brain training and psychological tricks to break free from autopilot mode. Leverage neuroplasticity and behavioral science to reshape your future. Most people exist, few truly live. Don't just let time slip away. Take control. Subscribe now for more brain hacks, personal growth insights, and life wisdom. Life is short. Here's how to make every second count. This is fire. Life is short, but most people live as if they have an infinite amount of time. Here's the truth. The average person lives just 30,000 days. That's it. If you're 30 years old, you've already spent about 11,000 of them, gone forever. The problem? We keep telling ourselves, I'll do it someday. But someday is a dangerous illusion. It tricks your brain into thinking you have unlimited time. Understanding the science of time perception can help you break free from this trap and start optimizing your life today. Chapter 1. The Science of Time. Perception. Your brain doesn't measure time by the clock, it measures it by experiences. Remember how summers felt endless as a kid? That's because everything was new and your brain recorded every moment. As an adult, routine makes time blur together. This is psychological time in action. The less novelty, the faster time seems to pass. To hack this system, disrupt your routine. Take a different route to work, learn a new skill, or talk to a stranger. Each new experience forces your brain to pay attention, stretching time and creating more meaningful memories. And here's one of the biggest cognitive biases. We overestimate what we can do in a day, but underestimate what we can accomplish in a year. That's why so many people abandon their goals too soon. Behavioral science proves that small, consistent actions compound over time. Chapter 2. Life Optimization Through Prioritization. Most people confuse being busy with being productive. They spend hours on tasks that don't contribute to their long-term personal growth. Here's a simple mental model to cut through the noise. The deathbed test. Imagine yourself at 90 years old. What moments will you actually care about? Successful people use the two-list strategy. Write down everything you want to achieve, circle the top 3 goals. Everything else? That's your avoid list. Think of this like compound interest, but for life choices. Small intentional investments in the right areas create exponential results over time. But distractions like social media, endless notifications, and pointless meetings steal your most valuable resource, time. Neuroscience research shows that multitasking isn't real efficiency, it's just rapid task switching, which exhausts your brain. Chapter 3. The Science of Relationships. Human behavior is driven by social connections. Relationships function like bank accounts. Every small interaction is either a deposit or a withdrawal. A kind word? Deposit. Being late all the time? Withdrawal. And just like with real banks, you can't withdraw if you haven't made deposits. Most people focus on big gestures, gifts, celebrations, but research in cognitive psychology shows that it's the small, daily moments that strengthen bonds. A quick check-in text, remembering tiny details, showing up when it matters, that's how you build real connection. Here's a counterintuitive truth. Shared struggles create stronger bonds than shared pleasures. Facing challenges together deepens relationships more than just having fun. Chapter 4. Designing a career that matters. Your career shouldn't just be about making money. It should be about building a portfolio of skills, experiences, and relationships. This is where the adjacent possible comes in. The sweet spot between what you know and what you could know. One massive career mistake? Optimizing for money too soon. In your 20s and early 30s, prioritize learning. Knowledge is like a lottery ticket for future opportunities. Neuroscience explained, the more diverse your skills, the more adaptable your brain becomes. That's neuroplasticity in action. Forget climbing the career ladder, it's a trap. Careers today are more like jungle gyms. Move sideways, diagonally, even backward. Each move gives you unique skill combinations that make you irreplaceable. Chapter 5. Brain Hacks for Health and Vitality. Your health isn't just about living longer. It's about optimizing mental clarity and energy. Every aspect of life is either enhanced or drained by your health. Here's a simple mindset shift. Would you rather have 8 energized hours or 12 sluggish ones? Sleep is your brain's superpower. It removes toxins, improves memory, and boosts decision-making. Without it, your cognitive function drops as if you were drunk. Your body was designed to move. Small micro workouts, 10 push-ups here, a 5-minute stretch there, add up. Movement stimulates creativity, problem-solving, and even happiness by releasing endorphins. Chapter 6. The Science of Learning. Want to learn faster? Teach what you just learned. This is the teacher effect. Explaining something forces deeper understanding. Behavioral science backs this up. Struggle makes you a better teacher because you still remember what was confusing. Another secret? Read biographies. Each one condenses a lifetime of experiences into a few hours. Why repeat mistakes when you can learn from those who've already made them? And don't try to be good at everything. Deliberate amateurism, staying strategically bad at certain things, keeps your brain flexible and your ego in check. Chapter 7. Mastering Emotional Intelligence. Your emotions have a timer. The chemicals behind anger, fear, or frustration last just 90 seconds. After that, you're choosing to stay in that state. While you can't control the first wave of emotion, you can absolutely control the second. Emotional intelligence isn't just about self-awareness. It's about regulation. People trust those who remain calm in chaos. Difficult conversations? They compound like interest. Avoiding them only makes things worse over time. Face them early to prevent emotional debt. Chapter 8. Rethinking Financial Wisdom. Money isn't just about numbers, it's about time freedom. The real wealth equation isn't just income, it's time affluence. Would you rather make $100,000 working 80 hours a week or $70,000 working 30? Most people fall into the lifestyle inflation trap, earning more, spending more, but never feeling rich in time. Smart people build financial margins, living below their means so they have space for real opportunities. Chapter 9. Unlocking Creativity Through Constraints. Creativity isn't about waiting for inspiration, it's about pushing through bad ideas. The first draft is always messy, but it clears the way for great work. Strangely, constraints fuel creativity. Shakespeare wrote under strict poetic structures, and that limitation sparked genius. When you remove all options, you freeze. When you have just a few, you innovate. Chapter 10. Energy Management over Time Management. Time management is useless if you're exhausted. Your energy, not just your hours, determines your productivity. Smart people don't rely on willpower alone. They design environments that make good choices automatic. Decision fatigue is real. That's why successful people simplify small choices, wearing the same clothes, eating the same breakfast, so they can focus on what actually matters. Conclusion. Designing a life that truly matters. Life is short, yet most people live as if they have all the time in the world. We push dreams, important conversations, and meaningful changes into an indefinite someday, assuming we'll get to them eventually. But the truth is, we only have about 30,000 days, and most of them are already behind us. So, what's the solution? How do you design a life that truly matters instead of just drifting through it? First, recognizing the illusion of time changes how you experience it. When you fully grasp that your days are limited, you stop wasting them. You start making intentional choices, ensuring that each moment holds meaning instead of fading into routine. Second, time isn't just about the number of hours in a day. It's about how you use them. The quality of your time is shaped by your habits, your priorities, and your energy. Small, consistent actions compound over months and years, shaping the legacy you leave behind. Third, life isn't meant to be passively observed. It's meant to be designed. Your career, your relationships, your health, and your mindset are all within your control. By understanding the science of time perception, productivity, and decision-making, you can break free from the trap of autopilot living and start making every day count. The best time to start isn't someday, it's today. The study hack that feels like cheating but actually works. I've unlocked the secret to studying so efficiently it feels almost like cheating. Have you ever spent days studying for a test only to end up with the same grade as that one friend who crammed the night before? That feeling is frustrating. You give up your free time, avoid doing the things you love, and yet your grades stay average while others are out having fun. What makes it worse is that studying often feels exhausting and boring, making you want to procrastinate even more. But the truth is, the problem isn't you, it's the way you've been studying. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to cut down your study time to just 20% and still get top grades using study techniques that almost no one knows about. Even an average student can apply these strategies, and the best part? You won't have to sacrifice your weekends or free time to cram for every test. Let's get into it and discover how to study faster, smarter, and more effectively. The study hack that feels like cheating but actually works. The seventh tip will surprise you how easy it is to apply and get results right away. 1. Review and correct. Finally, gather all the mistakes you've made during your study sessions and organize them in a notebook or digital tool like Notion. Reviewing your mistakes before the exam is one of the best ways to lock in content and avoid repeating the same errors. It's much more efficient than just blindly memorizing facts. By analyzing where you went wrong, you can focus your efforts on the areas that need the most improvement. This method will help ensure you don't make the same mistakes during the exam and improve your chances of success. 2. Use AI tools. Using AI tools like ChatGPT can dramatically improve your study efficiency. With the right prompts, you can quickly review content, clear up confusion, simulate practice tests, and create study plans, all without sifting through endless notes and textbooks. AI is a powerful study hack because it helps you focus on what matters most, saving you hours of boring reading and boosting your productivity. It's like having a personal assistant to organize your study materials and make your study sessions more efficient. According to statistics, 90% of those who watched up to this point are not subscribers. Please subscribe. It costs you nothing, and for me as a newbie, it is useful for promoting the channel. And I am also pleased that I am useful to you with my knowledge expressed in my videos. Thank you. Thank. 3. Focus on your weaknesses. One of the biggest mistakes students make is reviewing what they already know. Instead of wasting time on topics that are easy for you, focus on your weaknesses, the areas that require more effort. While it feels good to breeze through what you know, it won't help you when the test comes. By focusing on the harder material, you'll see real improvement. Try using horizontal learning, linking related subjects together to see the bigger picture. For example, if you're studying the immune system, connect it to inflammatory responses, autoimmune diseases, and other related topics. This will help you understand the material more deeply and improve your memory by making stronger connections. Stop avoiding the hard stuff and tackle your weaknesses head-on for more effective studying. 4. Study the answers. First, here's a great way to study smarter. Start with the answers. When you're studying, skip aimlessly flipping through your book and go straight to the questions and answers at the end of the chapters. This is where the most important information is. When you focus on Q&A exercises, you solidify your understanding much faster and without getting bogged down in unnecessary details. Plus, most exams follow predictable patterns, so practicing with the right questions helps you know exactly what to expect. It's not about memorizing everything, it's about studying smarter by understanding what the exam will focus on. This is one of the best study techniques to implement if you're short on time. 5. Prioritize the important content. When your study time is limited, stop wasting it on content you already know. Focus on the material that will actually help you on the exam. This is where the 80-20 rule comes into play. 20% of the material will account for 80% of the questions on your exam. If you only had 2 hours to study, are you really going to waste it on things you've already mastered? No. Focus on the key concepts, especially those that your professor emphasizes, and spend less time on irrelevant details. Skip rereading the entire textbook. Go straight to the summaries, do exercises on the most tested areas, and review past exams. Focus on what's most important and watch how much more efficient your study sessions become. If you want to study faster and more effectively, this is the way to do it. 6. Use a timer. One of the most effective ways to stop procrastinating and study smarter is by using a timer. If you think you have all day to study, guess what? You'll probably take all day. That's called Parkinson's Law. Work expands to fill the time you give it. To avoid this, set a timer for 30 minutes. Your brain will realize the countdown is on and you'll switch into focus mode. It's a great way to make sure you're studying effectively and not wasting precious time. The key here is to set a time limit that's challenging but not overwhelming. Instead of saying, "I'll study all day," try, "I'll finish this chapter in 1 hour." You'll find yourself studying faster and more efficiently. This is one of the best ways to study when you're really crunched for time. 7. Change your mindset. Your mindset has a huge impact on how well you study. If you sit down thinking, "This is going to be painful and boring," guess what? It's going to feel exactly like that. But if you adjust your mindset and tell yourself, "I can get through this quickly and efficiently," your brain will follow suit. Your brain does exactly what you tell it to do. And there's even a Harvard study that shows employees who believed physical work was good for their health actually improved their health markers, lower blood pressure, weight loss, and more. The same principle applies to studying. If you believe studying will be quick and easy, it will be. The best study tips always start with your attitude. So shift your thoughts from "this will take forever" to "I'll finish this in no time." The results will surprise you. 8. Ditch the sweets. You know the drill. When the stress of studying gets to you, you grab something sugary to calm your nerves. But spoiler alert, that's a huge mistake. Research from UCLA shows that too much sugar can slow your brain down and make it harder to retain information. If that's not bad enough, the Journal of Physiology has shown that sugar impairs your focus and reasoning abilities, which will just make studying even harder. So, if you want to study faster and more effectively, ditch the sweets and opt for brain-boosting snacks like nuts, fish, or berries. These foods will not only keep you focused, but also enhance your memory. So, the next time you're tempted to grab that candy bar, remind yourself, real study hacks come from real brain food. By following these study hacks and tips, you'll be well on your way to learning how to study smarter and perform better on your exams. One of the biggest challenges students face is procrastination, putting off study sessions until the last minute. However, effective studying isn't about cramming or sacrificing all your free time. It's about working smarter, not harder. If you can stop procrastinating and learn to manage your time effectively, you'll be amazed at how much more you can achieve in a shorter amount of time. When it comes to improving memory, using strategic techniques like spaced repetition, visualizing concepts, and associating new information with something familiar can drastically increase your retention. These are study techniques that can help you memorize faster and more efficiently than the old methods of rote memorization. It's not just about the number of hours you spend, but how you spend that time. When you're focused, your brain retains information much better. Effective time management for students is also crucial. If you're wasting time flipping through pages of notes or reviewing content that's not going to be on the exam, you're not being strategic. That's why prioritizing important topics, using study tips like the 80-20 rule, and setting time limits with a timer can keep you on track. This is how you can maximize your study time and study more effectively without the burnout. Instead of cramming the night before an exam, focus on reviewing the material in small, manageable chunks. This is how you'll study fast while retaining what's most important. If you found these exam tips helpful, share them with a friend who could use them. We all know how difficult it can be to keep up with studies, so these study tips can be a game changer for someone who's struggling with staying on track. Also, leave a comment below with your favorite study techniques. I'm always curious to hear how other students improve their study motivation and study focus. Let me know how you study faster and memorize faster. Your methods might help someone else. Lastly, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more study strategies and tips on how to get better grades. My goal is to help you study smarter and achieve the academic success you deserve. Whether you're preparing for a big exam, trying to improve your focus, or just looking for time management for students, I'll provide more tips to help you succeed. So make sure you don't miss out on the next video. Let's get better grades together and stop procrastinating for good. 7 simple changes to make your evenings more productive. After work, struggling to make the most of your evenings? In this video, I'll share 7 simple changes to make your evenings more productive after work, helping you optimize your time and energy. Whether you're looking to build better evening habits, improve work-life balance, or embrace mindful living, these practical tips will set you up for success. By focusing on productivity habits, digital wellness, and self-care, you'll learn how to create an evening routine that enhances mental health, reduces stress, and promotes cognitive optimization. These strategies will not only improve your energy management, but also support your personal growth and life transformation. If you're ready to master time management, adopt digital minimalism, and incorporate creative habits into your evenings, then this video is for you. 7 simple changes to make your evenings more productive. After work will help you build a mindfulness routine that aligns with intentional living and enhances your evening productivity. Start your wellness journey today and transform your nights with smarter habit formation and lifestyle optimization. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more productivity tips and personal development content. It's pretty ironic when you think about it. Most of us spend our entire workday dreaming about our free time. Yet, when the evening finally rolls around, and you might relate to this, we end up wasting it. We scroll aimlessly through social media, binge watch random videos, or sit there too drained to do anything meaningful. Trust me, I get it. I used to be exactly like that. Actually worse. My evenings blurred into a haze of exhaustion and missed opportunities. But then something changed how I spent my after-work hours. Before you roll your eyes thinking, "Oh, great, another list of impossible habits," pause for a second. What I'm about to share isn't a set of rigid rules or unrealistic routines. These are simple, proven strategies that align with your natural energy, not fight against it. And yes, they're genuinely simple. They'll help transform your evenings from mere recovery time into moments of growth. Over the next few minutes, and you might want to grab a notepad for this, I'll walk you through 7 powerful systems designed to help you reclaim your evenings. We'll dive into energy management, which might surprise you, digital well-being, psychological techniques, and practical habits. Basically, everything you need to turn your evenings into the best part of your day. Chapter 1. Routines and structure. The way you spend your evenings shapes your entire life, but most people get it wrong. They focus heavily on time management when what they really need is energy management. Think about it. Your evening isn't just numbers on a clock. It's about your energy levels, your mental state, and your ability to truly enjoy life after work. Let's start with a simple yet effective habit, the shutdown ritual. When you finish work, stand up, take 3 deep breaths, and physically close your laptop. This isn't just a cute habit. It's a psychological trigger telling your brain, work mode off. Next, let's talk about the 90-minute evening block system. Your brain naturally functions in 90-minute focus cycles. Instead of viewing your evening as one long stretch of free time, which can feel overwhelming, break it into what I call power blocks. Block 1, recovery, time to decompress. No decisions, no planning, just pure relaxation. Block 2, growth. Whether it's learning something new, getting some exercise, or diving into a hobby, this is when your energy starts to rise. Block 3, connection. With your energy now balanced, this is the perfect time to connect with family or friends. One game-changing strategy? Reverse scheduling. Most people plan their day from morning to night. but your evening impacts your morning more than you think. Start with your desired bedtime and work backward to structure your evening blocks. Finally, incorporate a 2-minute evening reset. Every time you switch activities, take 2 minutes to tidy your space, adjust the lighting, or even change your clothes. These small resets make a massive difference. Chapter 2. Digital Wellness. A well-designed evening requires clear digital boundaries. Think of your phone and laptop as modern-day vampires, quietly draining your evening energy. Here's how to flip the script. App mortality. Every evening, delete one app from your phone. You can reinstall it the next day if needed, but chances are you won't miss it. The analog hour. 1 hour before bed, put your devices to sleep. Literally, turn them off and place them in another room. Transform your bedroom from a satellite office into a peaceful sanctuary. Screen life separation. Create physical barriers between you and your screens. Charge your phone in the kitchen, keep your laptop out of sight, and use a real alarm clock. The goal isn't to ditch technology, but to use it intentionally. Chapter 3. Psychological Techniques. Your mind is the control room of your evening. These psychological techniques aren't just tips, they're transformative. Digital sunset protocols. Your brain can't differentiate between digital light and sunlight. When you stare at screens late into the night, your brain thinks it's still daytime. Gradually dim your screens and lights as evening progresses. Evening sanctuary. Create a calming space with soft lighting, cozy textures, and soothing colors. This tells your brain it's time to unwind. Future self-journaling. Each evening, write a letter to your morning self. Instead of listing tasks, focus on how you want to feel. Your brain will subconsciously pave the path to that emotion. Decision elimination strategy. By evening, your decision-making muscles are exhausted. Eliminate choices by laying out tomorrow's clothes, pre-planning meals, and setting up your morning essentials. Chapter 4. Mindfulness and Emotional Intelligence. Managing your thoughts leads to understanding your emotions. In the evenings, these emotional signals become powerful tools. Micro-meditation moments. Forget hour-long sessions. Instead, savor tiny moments, like feeling the warmth of your evening tea or noticing how your body rests on the couch. Evening awareness. Protocol. Every hour, take 10 seconds to name your current emotion. Simply naming it reduces its power over you. Present moment. Anchoring. Choose 3 daily activities, like brushing your teeth or washing dishes, and use them as mindfulness anchors. Emotional energy tracking. Rate your emotional energy on a scale from 1 to 10 at 3 intervals each evening. Over time, you'll notice patterns and gain insights. Chapter 5. Social strategies and dynamics. Social energy is just as crucial as physical energy. Social battery management. Recognize which interactions energize you and which drain you. Focus on building deep connections with a few close friends, rather than spreading yourself thin. Energy vampire audit. Identify social interactions that leave you feeling drained and time them wisely. Social recharge. Protocol. For every hour of socializing, schedule 15 minutes of quiet time to decompress. Chapter 6. Creative approaches for habit formation. Building evening habits isn't about forcing change. It's about designing small, natural shifts. Micro-habit stacking. Combine tiny habits into natural routines. For example, when you walk through the door, hang your keys, take off your shoes, and change into comfortable clothes. Keystone habit. Identify one habit that triggers your evening routine. For me, it's making a cup of tea. It signals that my evening has begun. Activity rotation. Avoid evening boredom by rotating through 4 different hobbies like reading, drawing, or playing music. Daily experiment. Protocol. Try one tiny new thing each evening. Sit in a different chair, use your non-dominant hand, or listen to new music. Chapter 7. Energy management. To sustain all these habits, you need energy. Movement snacking. Instead of forcing a full workout, do small bursts of movement. Stretch for 60 seconds or do 5 jumping jacks. Energy curve. Awareness. Recognize your natural energy dips and peaks in the evening. Typically, energy dips from 5 to 7 p.m., rises from 7 to 9 p.m., and then gradually declines. Energy audit. Track your energy levels every hour for a week. Note what activities recharge or drain you. Mental energy preservation. Reduce cognitive load by simplifying decisions and focusing on activities that restore rather than deplete your mental energy. By implementing these strategies, your evenings can transform from wasted hours into powerful moments of growth, connection, and rejuvenation. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what truly matters. Ready to take control of your evenings? Start by picking just one strategy and give it a try tonight. You might be surprised at how much more fulfilling your evenings can become. According to statistics, 90% of those who watched up to this point are not subscribers. Please subscribe. It costs you nothing, and for me as a newbie, it is useful for promoting the channel. And I am also pleased that I am useful to you with my knowledge expressed in my videos. Thank you. How to master any skill quickly. Proven 100% fire methods. Admit it, you've probably fantasized about instantly mastering anything you want, like snapping your fingers and bam, You've mastered it like in the movie The Matrix. Maybe you've imagined landing a perfect backflip to impress your crush in class, or picking up the guitar, piano, or some random skill like sprinting faster, jumping higher, or even mastering that viral dance move. I bet you've imagined masterfully applying karate moves to protect a hottie from bullies. Basically, anything to be the cool guy everyone notices and admires. You are watching how to quickly master any skill. Proven 100% fire methods. The desire to learn faster. As we grow older, whether we're teenagers or young adults, our priorities shift. Now, most of us want to learn things that will pay off in the long run, like business skills, new languages, or tech know-how. The problem? Many of us struggle to learn efficiently. This isn't entirely our fault. Schools often teach us to memorize facts for tests, not to truly understand or retain information. But here's the truth. Memorization isn't real learning. Real learning is about understanding, applying, and retaining knowledge until it becomes second nature. The mistake most people make. Think back to the last time you tried to learn something new, maybe a language, a musical instrument, or a skill like coding. Odds are you crammed information, read a lot, or binge-watched tutorials, only to forget most of it soon after. The reason is simple. We focus too much on input, reading, watching, listening, when the real secret is output, doing, practicing, and teaching. It's like trying to learn how to swim by reading about it. You might understand the theory, but the first time you hit the water, you're definitely going to sink. Learning is more like a contact sport. You've got to dive in and get your hands dirty. Mastering skills with the Pareto principle. Not everything is worth learning equally. This is where the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle, comes in. This principle suggests that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. When it comes to learning, this means focusing on the core principles that deliver the most value. Want to learn a new language? Start with the most common words. Learning guitar? Master basic chords before diving into complex solos. The key is to nail down the essentials first. Active recall, a proven learning technique. One powerful method to speed up learning is active recall. Unlike passive review, active recall forces you to retrieve information from memory. For example, if you're learning history, try closing the book and recalling what you just read. This strengthens your memory, making it easier to retain information long term. Think of it like a workout for your brain. Just staring at the dumbbells won't get you anywhere. You're watching how to quickly master any skill. Proven 100% fire methods. The spacing effect. Stop cramming. While cramming might seem productive, it's a short-term fix that doesn't lead to long-term retention. The spacing effect suggests that you'll learn more effectively if you spread out study sessions over time, ideally 30 to 60 minutes a day. Each time you revisit a topic, your brain has to retrieve that information, reinforcing neural connections. It's like carving a path in the woods. The more you walk it, the clearer it gets. So, instead of one 6-hour marathon study session, try breaking it into smaller daily chunks. The power of deliberate practice. Deliberate practice is a game changer. It involves focusing on your weakest areas instead of coasting through what you already know. For instance, if you're learning to draw, don't just keep sketching the same things. Challenge yourself with perspectives and techniques that you find difficult. This kind of targeted practice might be uncomfortable, but it's where real growth happens. Teach to learn better. Surprisingly, one of the most effective ways to learn faster is to teach what you've learned. When you teach, you're forced to organize your thoughts and explain concepts clearly, which deepens your understanding. Even if you're not an expert yet, teaching helps you identify gaps in your knowledge and reinforces what you've learned. Engage multiple senses for better learning. Your brain thrives on variety. To retain information more effectively, try engaging multiple senses when learning something new. For example, if you're learning Spanish, don't just rely on vocabulary lists. Listen to podcasts, watch videos, and practice speaking out loud. Combining visual, auditory, and kinesthetic methods helps build stronger neural connections, making information stick. The role of sleep in learning. Never underestimate the power of sleep. Your brain needs time to process and organize information, which happens primarily while you sleep. Pulling all-nighters might seem like a good idea, but it actually sabotages your ability to retain information. Taking regular breaks during study sessions also helps. Think of it as giving your brain time to recover. Mindset matters. The growth mindset advantage. If you believe you're bad at learning, you'll struggle. No surprise there. But if you adopt a growth mindset, the belief that you can improve with effort, you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish. Replace "I can't do this" with "I can't do this yet." This small shift in perspective can make a big difference in your ability to learn and grow. Study smarter, not harder. The real secret to learning faster isn't about studying harder, it's about studying smarter. Prioritize what matters most, focus on output over input, and use proven techniques like active recall, spaced repetition, and deliberate practice. Combine these strategies with a growth mindset, adequate sleep, and sensory-rich learning experiences, and you'll be well on your way to mastering new skills faster than you ever thought possible. Conclusion: embrace the learning process. Mastering new skills quickly is not about instant gratification or shortcuts, but about implementing proven techniques and developing a mindset that fosters growth and perseverance. As we move through life, it's essential to learn smarter, not harder, by prioritizing core principles and focusing on methods that promote retention and mastery. Active recall, spaced repetition, deliberate practice, and teaching others are powerful tools that turn passive learning into active engagement, deepening understanding and accelerating progress. The Pareto principle reminds us to focus on the 20% of effort that delivers 80% of the results, while sensory-rich learning experiences and adequate sleep further reinforce new knowledge. Ultimately, adopting a growth mindset is key. By believing that abilities can improve with effort, we unlock our true potential and make learning a continuous, enjoyable journey. With these strategies in hand, mastering any skill becomes not just a possibility, but an exciting reality. Enjoy the process, keep pushing your limits, and remember, real learning is about progress, not perfection. The journey might be challenging, but the rewards are worth it. In this article, my friend, we have covered topics such as how to learn faster, study methods that actually work, active retrieval for learning, effective study methods, Pareto learning, the 80-20 rule for learning, deliberate practice explained, how to retain information better, study tips for students, overcoming learning difficulties, how to improve memory and learning, growth mindset for learning, study smarter, not harder, effective study methods, the spacing effect for learning, study to learn better, how to stop cramming, learn new skills quickly, learn skills faster, the power of sleep in learning, study hacks that actually work, common study mistakes to avoid, how to learn anything fast, secrets to effective study, best practices for learning new things. According to statistics, 90% of those who watched up to this point are not subscribers. Please subscribe. It costs you nothing, and for me as a newbie, it is useful for promoting the channel. And I am also pleased that I am useful to you with my knowledge expressed in my videos. Thank you. Here is a thought that came to me at the moment. Since you have watched up to this point, then you are the one who strives for growth, and someone is already in the process. Although I am even sure that since you, my friend, have watched up to this minute, you are growing and self-developing. Let's write in the comments to this video our methods that we use for our growth, self-development, and learning. Share your method with others and read and comment on other methods. I also have an idea to open a Telegram channel on the topic of my channel. Friend, also write what you think about this. It would be great to learn success from each other together. I will briefly describe my method, which I have been supporting for the second year. I wake up at 5 in the morning, I drink 2 glasses of warm water, brush my teeth, make the bed, meditation for 10 minutes, reading a motivational book for 10 minutes, visualization for 10 minutes, gratitude diary, and I finish this with 20 minutes of physical exercise and a shower. This allows you to spend the whole day productively. Write your own way. How to use strategic thinking to build the life you really want. This is fire. Strategic thinking has the power to completely revolutionize how we make decisions. Most people go through their day dealing with problems as they arise. That's tactical thinking. While tactical thinking is useful, it often traps you in a never-ending cycle of crisis management. Imagine you're playing chess. A beginner focuses only on the next move. That's tactical. In contrast, a grandmaster sees patterns, positions, and potential moves 20 steps ahead. That's strategic thinking. The same concept applies to life. Strategic thinking is about stepping back from everyday problems to see the bigger picture. Instead of just asking, how do I fix this issue? You should ask, why does this issue keep occurring? Instead of wondering, what should I do today? Consider asking, where do I want to be in 5 years? Here's the powerful truth. Strategic thinking isn't an exclusive gift. It's a skill you can develop. Think of it like strengthening a muscle. Every time you pause to consider the long-term consequences before reacting, every time you identify patterns instead of isolated events, you're enhancing your strategic thinking abilities. The real difference between successful people and everyone else isn't luck or talent. It's their ability to think strategically. They don't just react to life, they design it. They don't just solve problems, they prevent them. They don't just seize opportunities, they create them. Starting today, you'll learn how to shift from tactical to strategic thinking. This isn't just another skill, it's the master skill that can improve every area of your life. How to use strategic thinking to build the life you really want. This is fire. Chapter 1. Personal Strategic Analysis. Now that you understand the power of strategic thinking, it's time to turn that lens inward. Personal strategic analysis isn't just another self-assessment. It's like having a high-resolution map of your life. Picture yourself as the CEO of your own life. Every successful CEO knows their company's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. You need to know yours too. Here's where most people go wrong. They look at their strengths and think, I'm good at math, or I'm creative. But creativity isn't just about art. It's about finding solutions where others see only problems. That skill in math? It's not just about numbers, it's about understanding complex systems. Start by analyzing your past victories. not just listing them, but identifying the patterns behind them. Did you succeed because you thought differently, persisted longer, or connected ideas others missed? Then examine your challenges, not as failures, but as valuable data. Every setback provides insight into your current strategy. The goal isn't to judge yourself, but to understand your personal operating system. This isn't just theory, it's about achieving crystal clear self-awareness. Once you understand your strategic position, you can play to your strengths, address your weaknesses, and identify opportunities others overlook. Chapter 2. Strategic Vision Development. Most people live life like they're building a house without a blueprint, stacking bricks and hoping a dream home will appear. Strategic vision development, however, is about creating that blueprint first. Here's a powerful idea. Your future isn't something that happens to you, it's something you design. Start by picturing yourself 5 years from now, but don't stop at the obvious details like money, career, or relationships. Go deeper. How do you feel when you wake up? What problems have you solved? What impact are you making? What skills have you mastered? Then work backward. If that's your destination, what must be true a year from now? 6 months from now? Next month? This step-by-step approach transforms uncertainty into a clear direction. Your vision isn't about predicting the future, it's about setting a direction. It becomes your North Star, guiding every decision you make. When you're clear about where you're going, every choice becomes simpler. You stop reacting to life and start creating it. Chapter 3. Strategic Environment. Design your environment shapes your decisions every day, often without you realizing it. Most people rely solely on willpower to change their lives, but strategic thinkers go a step further. They design their environments to make success almost automatic. For instance, if you keep cookies on your desk, you'll eat them. That's not a willpower problem, that's an environment problem. Strategic environment design is about setting up your surroundings to make good choices easy and bad choices hard. Want to read more? Place a book on your pillow and put your phone in another room. Want to work out more often? Sleep in your gym clothes and put your running shoes by the door. This concept extends beyond physical spaces to your digital environment, your social circle, and your daily routines. When your environment is set up strategically, good decisions become your default. It's not about creating perfect conditions. It's about designing conditions that make your goals more achievable. Chapter 4. Resource Optimization. Most people see resources as things to spend, but strategic thinkers see them as things to multiply. Think of resources like seeds, not coins. You don't just spend time, you invest it. You don't just use energy, you channel it. You don't just have skills, you compound them. Every resource in your life has the potential to create more resources. Knowledge leads to better decisions, which lead to more opportunities, which lead to greater resources. This cycle is incredibly powerful. The secret is to understand the multiplier effect. Every skill you learn and every relationship you build doesn't just add value, it multiplies it. Strategic resource optimization isn't about having more. It's about doing more with what you have. When you leverage your resources effectively, you create abundance from efficiency. Chapter 5. Risk and Uncertainty. Management. Most people see risk as something to avoid, but strategic thinkers view it as an opportunity for growth. Trees that never face the wind grow weak and fall easily. Those that face regular winds grow stronger roots. Your life works the same way. The key is to distinguish between smart risks and foolish ones. Strategic thinkers don't just prepare for what might go wrong. They position themselves to benefit when things go right. This is the essence of asymmetric risk, where the potential upside is much greater than the downside. Managing risks strategically isn't about avoiding uncertainty. It's about making it work for you. When you understand risk properly, you start creating backup plans that aren't just safety nets, but springboards to new opportunities. Chapter 6. Growth and Learning Strategies. Learning strategically isn't about acquiring random skills. It's about mastering meta skills that enhance your ability to learn everything else. Skills like pattern recognition, mental models, and systematic thinking are multipliers for everything else you want to learn. The real power of strategic learning is that growth isn't linear, it's exponential. Each new skill makes learning the next skill easier, creating a self-reinforcing cycle of improvement. Chapter 7. Relationship and Network Strategy. Your relationships aren't just parts of your life, they're force multipliers for everything else. Strategic thinkers don't build connections at random, they build them with intention. The secret is to focus on giving value first. When you become known as someone who helps, connects, and shares, opportunities start coming to you naturally. A strong network isn't built on transactions, it's built on transformation. Chapter 8. Career and Work Strategy. The old rules of career success are outdated. Strategic career planning isn't about climbing a ladder. It's about building a platform. Every skill you gain, every relationship you build, and every project you complete should be a strategic asset that compounds over time. Your goal is to create a career moat, a combination of skills, relationships, and reputation that makes you irreplaceable. When you build your career strategically, success isn't a matter of luck. It's a predictable outcome. Chapter 9. Financial strategy. Integration money isn't about what it can buy, it's about what it can build. Strategic financial planning isn't about saving money, it's about deploying it to generate more resources. Financial freedom isn't a number, it's a system that lets you make decisions based on impact, not necessity. Chapter 10. Health and Energy Strategy. Health isn't just another aspect of life, it's the foundation for everything else. Energy management, not just time management, is the ultimate game changer. By optimizing diet, exercise, sleep, and stress management strategically, you're not just improving your health, you're enhancing your entire life's performance. When you design your life with strategic thinking, every decision becomes clearer, every action more purposeful, and every goal more achievable. This is how you stop reacting to life and start creating it. According to statistics, 90% of those who watched up to this point are not subscribers. Please subscribe. It costs you nothing, and for me as a newbie, it is useful for promoting the channel. And I am also pleased that I am useful to you with my knowledge expressed in my videos. Thank you. What drives self-improvement and personal development? Key factors for growth and success. Self-improvement and personal development are lifelong pursuits that help individuals unlock their full potential. Many people seek to become the best versions of themselves, but what truly fuels this journey? Is it ambition, curiosity, discipline, or something deeper? In this article, we will explore the key drivers of self-improvement and personal development, analyzing the psychological, emotional, and external factors that push individuals toward growth. What drives self-improvement and personal development? Key factors for growth and success. By the end of this video, you will learn. In this video, we explore the key factors behind self-improvement and personal development, including growth mindset, success habits, goal setting, and emotional intelligence. Learn how continuous learning, self-discipline techniques, and resilience can help you reach your full potential. The role of U.S. productivity culture and the American success mindset. From the entrepreneurial spirit to the American dream, self-improvement is deeply ingrained in U.S. culture. If you want to level up your mindset and achieve your goals, this video is for you. Subscribe to learn more about motivation, productivity, and personal growth. 1. Intrinsic motivation. The core of growth. Intrinsic motivation is the internal desire to achieve, learn, or improve without any external rewards. It is one of the most powerful forces behind self-improvement. Psychologists Edward Desai and Richard Ryan, in their self-determination theory, highlight 3 key components of intrinsic motivation. Autonomy, the need to control one's life and decisions. Competence, the drive to master skills and knowledge. Relatedness, the desire to connect with others in meaningful ways. When individuals feel a sense of purpose and fulfillment in their self-improvement journey, they are more likely to persist, even in the face of obstacles. 2. Growth mindset, the belief in development. Carol Dweck, a renowned psychologist, introduced the concept of the growth mindset, which suggests that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and persistence. Individuals with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities rather than setbacks. This belief fuels personal development by encouraging a willingness to embrace failure as a learning experience, persistence in the face of difficulties, openness to feedback and constructive criticism. On the other hand, those with a fixed mindset may believe that their abilities are static, limiting their potential for growth. 3. Discipline and habit formation. While motivation can ignite change, discipline sustains it. Self-discipline involves consistently working toward long-term goals, even when motivation wanes. Studies show that habits play a critical role in maintaining discipline. James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, emphasizes the power of small habits. Minor daily actions compound over time. Habit stacking, pairing new habits with existing ones for better adherence. The role of environment, setting up cues and structures that promote positive behaviors. By focusing on building effective habits, individuals can fuel their self-improvement journey without solely relying on fleeting motivation. 4. Lifelong learning and curiosity. Personal development thrives on the constant pursuit of knowledge and skills. People who engage in lifelong learning are more adaptable, open-minded, and resilient. The drive to learn can come from various sources: reading books and consuming educational content, expanding knowledge in different fields, seeking mentorship and guidance, learning from experienced individuals, taking courses and attending workshops, gaining practical and theoretical insights. Curiosity fuels this process by pushing individuals to explore new ideas and challenge their existing beliefs, making them more dynamic and capable. 5. Emotional intelligence and self-awareness. Understanding oneself is crucial for self-improvement. Emotional intelligence, EQ, as described by Daniel Goleman, includes self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. High EQ helps individuals Recognize their strengths and weaknesses. Manage emotions effectively to stay focused and resilient. Build strong relationships that support their growth. Self-reflection, mindfulness, and journaling are effective tools for increasing emotional intelligence and self-awareness. 6. Setting clear goals and having a vision. A well-defined vision provides direction and motivation. Goal-setting techniques, such as SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, ensure that individuals make consistent progress. Having a vision helps prioritize efforts and avoid distractions, creates a sense of purpose and long-term commitment, enhances motivation by providing clear milestones to celebrate. Successful people, from athletes to entrepreneurs, emphasize the importance of setting and revisiting their goals regularly. 7. Resilience and adaptability. Life is unpredictable and obstacles are inevitable. Resilience, the ability to recover from setbacks, is a crucial element of self-improvement. Some ways to cultivate resilience include developing a positive mindset toward failure, practicing gratitude and optimism, seeking support from a strong social network. Adaptability, on the other hand, allows individuals to adjust to new circumstances, keeping them open to growth and opportunities. 8. External influences and social environment. While internal factors are critical, external influences also play a role in self-improvement. The people we surround ourselves with can either inspire growth or hinder progress. Key external factors include mentors and role models, learning from those who have achieved success, supportive communities, engaging in groups that encourage growth, constructive criticism, using feedback to refine skills and strategies. Choosing a positive environment helps maintain motivation and accountability in the self-improvement journey. 9. Health and well-being as a foundation. Physical and mental health directly impact one's ability to grow. A healthy body and mind provide the energy and clarity needed for self-improvement. Some key aspects include exercise and proper nutrition, boosting energy and cognitive function, quality sleep, enhancing memory, focus, and emotional regulation, stress management, using mindfulness, meditation, or therapy to maintain mental well-being. Prioritizing health ensures that individuals have the stamina and resilience to pursue their goals effectively. 10. Taking action, the key to real growth. Ultimately, self-improvement requires action. Reading books, watching motivational videos, or setting goals means little without execution. Practical steps include breaking down big goals into manageable steps, consistently applying knowledge rather than passively consuming information, reviewing progress regularly and making necessary adjustments. The willingness to take action separates those who grow from those who remain stagnant. Conclusion: self-improvement and personal development are fueled by a combination of intrinsic motivation, discipline, lifelong learning, emotional intelligence, and resilience. External factors such as self-improvement and personal development are at the core of American values, where ambition, self-reliance, and the pursuit of success are deeply ingrained in the culture. The United States has long been a land of opportunity, emphasizing continuous growth and self-betterment. Whether through education, entrepreneurship, or self-help movements, Americans are encouraged to take control of their destinies and strive for greatness. The culture of self-improvement in America is fueled by a belief in individual responsibility and the idea that anyone, regardless of background, can achieve success through hard work and perseverance. From popular self-help books and coaching programs to the rise of productivity-focused media, the nation has cultivated an environment where personal growth is both celebrated and expected. By embracing a mindset of continuous learning, setting ambitious goals, and taking decisive action, Americans and people around the world can unlock their potential. The journey of self-improvement is not just about personal success, but also about contributing to society, fostering innovation, and leaving a meaningful impact on the world. Mentorship, social support, and environment also play a significant role. By cultivating a mindset of continuous growth and taking consistent action, anyone can unlock their potential and achieve meaningful progress in their life. Whether it's through small daily habits or major life changes, the journey of self-improvement is one worth pursuing. 5 simple ways to boost your focus and concentration. The distracted brain. Why focus matters. In today's fast-paced digital world, distractions are everywhere. From social media updates and endless notifications to emails and streaming services, we are constantly bombarded with information demanding our attention. The rise of smartphones, multitasking, and instant access to entertainment has made it increasingly difficult to stay focused on important tasks. With so much competing for our mental energy, our ability to concentrate is under constant strain. Studies show that frequent interruptions can reduce productivity, increase stress, and make it harder to retain information. Whether it's at work, while studying, or even during conversations, maintaining focus has become a real challenge in the modern era. Understanding how distractions affect the brain and learning how to manage them is crucial for improving productivity, reducing mental fatigue, and achieving long-term success. The power of focused attention. In a world filled with distractions, the ability to focus is more valuable than ever. When we direct our full attention to a task, our brain processes information more efficiently, allowing us to absorb and retain knowledge at a deeper level. Studies show that concentrated effort strengthens neural connections, making learning more effective and long-lasting. Beyond memory retention, focused attention also enhances our decision-making skills. By eliminating distractions and honing in on critical details, we can analyze situations more clearly, weigh our options more effectively, and make smarter choices. Whether in work, education, or daily life, the ability to maintain focus is a key factor in achieving success and maximizing productivity. 5. Simple ways to boost your focus and concentration. Tip number 1. Declutter your workspace. Clear space, clear mind. A cluttered workspace often leads to a cluttered mind. When your desk is overflowing with papers, gadgets, and miscellaneous items, your brain has to work harder to filter out distractions, reducing focus and efficiency. Taking just a few minutes to organize and tidy up your work area can have a profound impact on your productivity. Removing unnecessary items, creating a designated space for essential tools, and keeping your environment clean can help minimize mental clutter. A well-organized workspace promotes a sense of control, reduces stress, and allows your brain to concentrate fully on the task at hand. By maintaining a clean and structured work area, you create a focused and distraction-free environment that enhances both creativity and productivity. Tip number 2. Minimize digital distractions. Take control of your focus. In today's digital world, constant notifications, open tabs, and endless scrolling can derail productivity in an instant. Minimizing digital distractions is key to maintaining deep focus and getting meaningful work done. Turn off notifications, disable non-essential notifications on your phone and computer to prevent constant interruptions. Consider using Do Not Disturb mode while working. Close unnecessary tabs and programs. A cluttered screen leads to a cluttered mind. Keep only the apps and browser tabs you need open to stay on task. Use website blockers. Tools like Freedom, Cold Turkey, or Stay Focused can help you avoid time-wasting sites like social media or news feeds during work hours. By reducing digital distractions, you create a focused and efficient work environment, allowing your brain to stay engaged and productive. Tip number 3. Take regular breaks. Boost focus and productivity. Working for long periods without breaks can lead to mental fatigue, reduced focus, and burnout. Incorporating short, intentional breaks into your routine helps refresh your mind and sustain productivity. Refresh your mind. Short breaks give your brain time to rest and recharge, improving concentration and problem-solving abilities. Move every 20 to 30 minutes. Stand up, stretch, or take a brief walk to increase blood flow and reduce stiffness. Even a minute of movement can boost energy levels. Engage in relaxing activities. Step away from your screen and do something enjoyable like deep breathing, listening to music, or stepping outside for fresh air. By taking regular breaks, you'll maintain focus, reduce stress, and enhance overall productivity throughout the day. Tip number 4. Embrace mindful meditation. Train your brain for better focus. In a world full of distractions, meditation is a powerful tool to enhance concentration and mental clarity. Even a few minutes a day can make a noticeable difference. Calm your mind. Meditation helps reduce stress and quiet mental chatter, making it easier to stay focused on important tasks. Start small. Just 5 to 10 minutes of daily practice can improve your attention span and cognitive function over time. Use guided resources. Free meditation apps like Headspace, Calm, and Insight. Timer offer beginner-friendly sessions to help you build a consistent practice. By incorporating mindful meditation into your routine, you'll develop greater self-awareness, emotional control, and the ability to stay present in the moment. Tip number 5. Prioritize quality sleep, the foundation of focus and productivity. A well-rested brain is essential for concentration, problem-solving, and overall cognitive performance. Lack of sleep can lead to mental fog, decreased focus, and poor decision-making. Boost your focus. Sleep strengthens memory and cognitive function, helping you stay sharp throughout the day. Stick to a sleep schedule. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of rest each night by maintaining a consistent bedtime and wake-up routine. Create a relaxing nighttime routine. Reduce screen time before bed, dim the lights, and engage in calming activities like reading or meditation to signal your body that it's time to sleep. By making sleep a priority, you'll enhance your ability to concentrate, stay productive, and tackle daily challenges with a clear mind. Make focus a daily habit. Build long-lasting concentration skills. In today's fast-paced world, distractions are everywhere. Strengthening your focus isn't something that happens overnight. It's a skill that requires deliberate practice, consistency, and patience. The good news? By making small but meaningful adjustments to your daily routine, you can train your brain to stay engaged, resist distractions, and significantly boost your productivity. 1. Start small. Implement one change at a time. Trying to overhaul your habits all at once can feel overwhelming. Instead, start with one or two simple techniques that help you regain control of your attention. For example, use the Pomodoro technique. Work in focused 25-minute intervals followed by short breaks. Limit multitasking. Focus on completing one task at a time instead of jumping between tasks. Declutter your space. A clean and organized environment reduces mental clutter and improves efficiency. Small changes can compound over time, leading to a more focused and disciplined mind. 2. Be patient and consistent. Results take time. Improving focus is like building muscle. It requires repeated effort before you see noticeable results. Many people start strong but give up too soon because they don't experience instant improvements. Consistency is key to long-term success. Here's how to stay on track. Set realistic expectations. Accept that distractions won't disappear overnight. Create a routine. Set specific times for deep work, meditation, or screen-free periods. Reduce digital temptations. Gradually minimize unnecessary notifications and social media usage. Over time, these habits will become second nature, allowing you to maintain a high level of focus without struggling. 3. Track your progress. Measure your improvements. If you don't track your progress, it's easy to feel like you're not making any. Keeping a record of your focus levels and distractions can help you identify patterns and refine your approach. Try journaling. Write down what worked, what distracted you, and how you felt at the end of each work session. Using productivity apps like Forest, Freedom, or Rescue Time can measure your screen time and productivity trends. Setting focus goals. Challenge yourself to complete a specific number of distraction-free work sessions per day. Tracking your focus helps reinforce positive habits and allows you to adjust your strategies for even better results. The bottom line, a more focused, productive you. By implementing these techniques one step at a time, you can rewire your brain for better concentration, deeper work, and improved efficiency. The key is to start small, remain consistent, and track your progress. Over time, your ability to focus will naturally strengthen, leading to greater success in both your personal and professional life. It took me more than 45 years to understand what I will tell you in 8 minutes from the subscriber. The most expensive tax you'll ever pay isn't financial. It's the wisdom tax. It's the price of years spent learning lessons that could have been understood in mere minutes. Think about it. Most people spend decades figuring out what a select few realize much sooner. Life follows predictable patterns. Once you recognize these patterns, everything changes. The gap between where you are and where you could be isn't just knowledge, it's the right knowledge applied at the right time. Consider this. How many times have you finally grasped something and immediately thought, I wish I had known this years ago? We've all been there. That moment when a single insight suddenly makes years of struggle unnecessary. It's as if life is a game where some people received the instruction manual, while the rest of us are forced to learn through painful trial and error. Here's the interesting part. These insights aren't hidden. They're right in front of us, concealed only by our own assumptions. In the next few minutes, I'll share mental models that took me decades to discover, but could have saved me years of unnecessary struggle. Let's start with one of the most fundamental realizations. Your mental models determine what's possible for you. It took me more than 45 years to understand what I will tell you in 8 minutes from the subscriber. Chapter 1. Upgrading your mental models. Your mental models are like an invisible operating system running your life. They dictate which opportunities you can recognize, what solutions seem viable, and what outcomes feel achievable. Yet most people never examine them. We're like fish unaware of the water we swim in. Have you ever noticed how two people can look at the exact same situation and see completely different possibilities? That's not personality, it's mental models at work. Here's a concrete example. Most people operate with a scarcity mindset when it comes to time. They constantly feel like there's never enough. But what if time abundance was possible? Not through efficiency, but through intention? Instead of cramming more into each day, what if you fundamentally reimagined your relationship with time? We're fascinating creatures. We'll spend years mastering software like Excel, yet won't take 20 minutes to examine our own thinking patterns. But here's the truth. Your mental models are either a bridge to new possibilities or a wall blocking your progress. Upgrading them is the highest leverage action you can take. The challenge? Seeing your own mental models is like trying to see the back of your head without a mirror. You need tools for reflection. One of the most powerful is inversion, thinking backward from the outcome you want. Another is actively seeking disconfirming evidence instead of only looking for proof that supports your current beliefs. These small mental model shifts can completely rewire the way you approach problems. but they require something most people resist: deliberate discomfort. Chapter 2. The Attention Economy. Let's talk about the most valuable currency you own, your attention. In a world designed to fracture and monetize it, the ability to control your focus is a superpower. Yet, we're taught time management instead of attention management. It's like being handed a leaky bucket and told to carry more water instead of fixing the holes. Here's what took me too long to realize: attention management matters far more than time management. Everyone has the same 24 hours, but how you direct your focused attention within those hours determines everything. Most people's attention is scattered across endless inputs, distractions, and obligations. But what if you practiced radical selectivity? This leads to a counterintuitive insight: the power of selective ignorance. We live in the first era of human history where the challenge isn't access to information, it's filtering it. Yet we still behave as if consuming more information automatically leads to better decisions. It's like drinking from a fire hose when all you need is a glass of water. True wisdom isn't about knowing more, it's about knowing the right things and applying them consistently. We're so busy consuming information that we rarely make space for implementing and integrating it. It's the difference between collecting ingredients and actually cooking a meal. Chapter 3. Decision Making. Deconstructed. Your life is the sum of your decisions. Yet, no one ever teaches you how to make decisions effectively. We study calculus but not how to choose the right career. We memorize historical dates but never learn how to evaluate life choices. It's bizarre when you think about it. Let me share 3 decision-making upgrades that changed everything for me. The 72-hour rule: for any major decision, wait at least 3 days before committing. This creates space between impulse and action, where wisdom lives. Second-order thinking. Instead of only considering immediate effects, ask yourself, and then what? True success comes from anticipating long-term consequences. Inversion. Instead of asking, how do I get what I want? Ask, what's preventing me from getting what I want? This shift often reveals obstacles you hadn't considered. It's funny how we'll agonize over a $20 purchase, but won't question lifelong beliefs. But here's the real insight: most problems aren't solved by brilliant solutions. They're solved by better problem definitions. If you're solving the wrong problem, no solution, no matter how intelligent, will help. Chapter 4. Closing the implementation gap. There's a massive gap between knowing and doing, and most people never cross it. We live in a world where knowledge is abundant, yet transformation remains rare. Why? Because we overvalue information and undervalue implementation. Think about it. We celebrate the person who reads 100 books a year more than the person who actually applies the wisdom from just one book. Most advice is like trying to install software on a computer that doesn't have the right operating system. The information is correct, but the environment isn't compatible. Here's the breakthrough insight: tiny, consistent actions trump sporadic, heroic efforts. The compound effect applies to everything, not just money. Your habits, relationships, and knowledge all compound, positively or negatively. When you truly understand this, you realize that small daily actions aren't just helpful, they're the entire game. Chapter 5. Designing Systems for Success. Willpower is overrated. Your environment dictates your success far more than sheer discipline. The most successful people don't rely on willpower. They design systems where success is the default. Goals give direction, but systems create results. For example, don't focus on losing 20 pounds. Focus on designing a system where healthy eating and exercise are automatic. When you get the system right, the results take care of themselves. Chapter 6. Identity-based transformation. Most change efforts fail because they focus on behaviors instead of identity. When someone identifies as a runner, they don't need motivation to run. It's just who they are. The person who says, "I'm the kind of person who exercises daily," will always outperform the one who says, "I should exercise more." Here's the ultimate realization: you are not your thoughts, you are the awareness that observes your thoughts. When this truth clicks, you stop being controlled by old mental patterns and start shaping them intentionally. Chapter 7. Wisdom. Integration. All these insights fit together into a single system. Your mental models shape your opportunities. Your attention determines what influences your thinking. Your decisions dictate your path. Your implementation turns knowledge into transformation. Your systems make success inevitable. Your identity determines whether any of it feels sustainable. Most people spend decades paying the wisdom tax, but you don't have to. Don't just absorb this information. Implement one insight today, because wisdom without action isn't wisdom at all. It's just trivia. It took me more than 45 years to understand what I will tell you in 8 minutes from the subscriber. Conclusion: the wisdom tax is the most expensive tax you'll ever pay. Not in money, but in wasted years learning lessons the hard way. But it doesn't have to be this way. By upgrading your mental models, managing your attention, improving decision-making, closing the implementation gap, designing better systems, and embracing identity-based transformation, you can bypass decades of unnecessary struggle. Wisdom isn't about knowing more, it's about knowing the right things and applying them consistently. The sooner you integrate these insights, the sooner you can design a life where success, growth, and fulfillment come naturally. Don't just absorb this knowledge, act on it today, because wisdom without action is just another form of delay. According to statistics, 90% of those who watched up to this point are not subscribers. Please subscribe. It costs you nothing, and for me as a newbie, it is useful for promoting the channel. And I am also pleased that I am useful to you with my knowledge expressed in my videos. Thank you.